Louisiana, home to a unique and invasive species known as the Nutria. Also called Nutria, these large semi-aquatic rodents have caused significant damage to the state's wetlands and coastal ecosystems. Originally brought to Louisiana for their fur, Nutria quickly spread and now pose a significant threat to the state's wildlife and natural resources. Despite efforts to control their population, Nutria continue to thrive in Louisiana. Good morning, folks. It's your cousin Vinny down here in southeast Louisiana. Today we're going to be after the elusive, the invasive, the infamous Nutria rat. Now, there's a whole bunch of crazy rules about the Nutria rat because it is an invasive species, so there's things you can do that you can't normally do with other species that you hunt, but there's also some like other rules that you have to follow that you don't normally have to do on other invasive species. But we'll get into that as we go. We're about to launch this boat, get in the water, and we're gonna go track them suckers down. You can hunt these under power, so it makes it a whole lot more fun, a whole lot easier to try and thin out this population trying to save Louisiana's coast. Let's get on the water. Even though it's commonly referred to as the Nutria rat, it's really not that closely related to a rat at all, but more so to the rodents down in South America, such as the guinea pig or the chinchilla. Early on, Spanish immigrants mistook them for the Eurasian otter, which is where we get the name Nutria from, which is the Spanish word for otter. You just grab him. Man, you need to get your 22 out. Look at him. Y'all should be shooting. What are y'all doing? Here, take this. Shoot some of them things. Oh, you missed. Yeah, there you go. You got him that time. All you gotta do is put the red dot on the head. Look at him. Golly, they're everywhere. Yeah, it feel like that sometimes. So these Nutria were brought to the United States when the fur trade was booming, but when the fur trade collapsed, all the ones that were kept in captivity were released, and all the ones that were getting hunted and trapped just wasn't getting hunted and trapped anymore, and they just exploded in population and devastating our coastal wetlands, which is a vital ecosystem, not only for our native wildlife species, but also we need that land as protection from hurricanes. In 2002, a program began utilizing federal funds that were designated for coastal restoration, allowed for a bounty to be put on every Nutria taken on coastal wetlands. Before the program started, over 100,000 acres of marsh was damaged by Nutria every year. Present day, since the program has started, that has been reduced down to 2,000 to 5,000 acres a year. Yeah, I seen it flopping. Don't shoot the boat. Hold on, I'll get him.
No, that's a little one. It's swimming around right now on the bottom. Right here next to your boat. Right there, that little bitty one. See it?
Yep.
See it right against the boat?
I don't know if I got him or not. He started going under. Jeez. Here, just set it down for a sec. Look, there's the droppings right there. Some scat.
They're all over the whole pile of them up there.
I don't know if we shot that one or not. It felt kind of stiff. Well, guys, we got us a little pile started already. Not too bad. This is the first little canal that we came to. And I mean, they are everywhere. If you can see, that's all the destruction that they're doing. They've eaten all of this grass down. Oop, found another one. They got tunnels dug all over the place. I'll get a closer look at the tunnels for y'all. But all of that, that's flat right there, that should all look like the grass behind it. But they've eaten all of that down. They've tore up all of this. They eat the roots of the grass, which causes the actual land to start eroding away. We got trails right here. That's all the trails that they've been tracking down, chewing at the roots. You can see that plant right there. It's got the roots chewed out of it. I mean, they destroy a ton of stuff. And so the state is actually paying $6 a tail for Nutria to come out here and hunt them if you're on the program. But don't think you can just, you know, show up and start shooting Nutria and collect those bounties. You got to actually be on the program. You have to use either private land or lease land that you have permission to be the leasee to be able to get on the program. And there's a handful of public lands that they allow. Everything really is below I-10 because even though Nutria are a problem further up, they do the most damage down here in the swamp and marshlands. Up there, they're more of a nuisance, so you know they're not paying to thin them out. But we got a mess of them, and that's it's a pocket full of change for right now. But this is just that first little canal, and there is some different kind of rules, like I mentioned earlier, that if you're on a Nutria program, you know your trapper's license, you can get as many as you want, as many as you can. But strangely enough, if it's recreational, you can only get 5. There is a season for them. So it's kind of weird. It's not like pigs where you can just shoot them all year round, as many as you want, however you want. But I actually asked a biologist about that and why that is the way it is. And this is what she said.
First and foremost, because people with a trapping license, there's an expectation that you're going to either remove that animal from the marsh, or if you're part of the Nutria control program, you have to sign a service agreement that you're going to dispose of the carcasses appropriately. That's part of the program. You have to bury them, you have to slit the belly, put them in the water to where they're not going to float around and cause a big mess. Because we also have to remember, like, WMAs are not just for hunters. Lots of people for various uses use those properties. So we have to manage those properties for all of these different uses. So that's why we have seasons, you know, so that we don't have people out firing guns when peak fishing is going on. But the bag limit, we keep that for a couple of different reasons. So the big reason is because we want to encourage people to participate in the coastwide Nutria control program. So this kind of helps curb that underground market for the tails of people trying to, you know, operate outside of the program and then sell the tails into the program. So it helps our enforcement kind of manage that a little bit better. It also curbs people driving down a WMA in a boat and just shooting all the Nutria that they see and just leaving the mess, the wanton waste situation. Helps manage that, you know. If it's 5 per person per day, they can't leave that big mess, hopefully. Other reasons, it helps our enforcement manage any potential illegal guiding that's going on in the WMAs. So, you know, it's less of an incentive for our guides to try to illegally bring people out on a WMA in order to shoot a bunch of Nutria. So it's has a lot to do with how we enforce our hunting regulations and how we encourage people to participate in the coastwide Nutria control program. So I know the bag limit seems counterproductive, but we have a reason why we're doing this. There's a method to our madness as to why we're doing this. And of course, this is only for recreational hunters on the public properties. If you've got private property and you've got a Nutria problem, the bag limit doesn't necessarily apply to you. If you've got property damage that they're causing, you are within your right to control them and manage them on your property. It's just for public property to kind of manage.
Wow. Yeah. And I had the shell on the outside. Oh, this one's gonna be full too. God dang it. I'm just gonna shoot them off the side. I'm not gonna shoot over, y'all. They still swimming down the way. One more box left. You can get me closer?
Yeah.
Get him!
Get him.
Get him! Oh man. Good. We'll get him later. No. Oh, she's them. Well, we could try this one. We didn't go through this. Oh. Damn, there's a couple of them out there in the thick. Gotta keep your head on a swivel. Woo!
No, it's gonna be softer than that. Let me get up there.
I was trying to aim just for his head.
He hit him.
Yeah, I got him. Woo. Ah. Come get me. I knew there was a lot, but imagine how many we're not seeing out there. Oh, he's already dead. That one's dead.
He's taking a nap.
Oh, I ain't, You seen the hair pull out as soon as I touched it?
Yeah.
He been there a little bit. Yeah, I ain't putting it, he's liable to explode. I drop him in the boat.
How you expect to get that one?
I don't know. God, dude, that's a lot of Nutria. Holy moly. How much you think that weighs? Anybody want to take the last 3? All of that got chewed down by Nutria, and that's why it's like that. Ate it all. You can see the little nubs of the grass in the middle. Yep, all that'll be going next year from the water washing it because no grass. And if we don't get them slowed down, all of that'll be gone. It's cool creatures, but man, they destroy some stuff. Oh, there goes my life jacket. Oh. Woo, that water's cold, guys. Oh. Well, if y'all were curious about if the life jacket worked, oh man. Feels good once you're in here for a second, but it's good to know that these life jackets work like they're supposed to. I think I might have to clean that gun a little bit when I get home. Oh, I tell you what, it'd probably be easy if I climbed on the bank. Oh, there we go. Well,
I wasn't trying to throw you in.
Yeah, sure you wasn't. I'll tell you what, I'm sure I'm glad it's not 20 degrees outside. That's gonna need to get dried off.
Oh God,
that's fun. That is fun.
You pulling the ripcord out, or you got the
No, it's got the auto thing.
Oh.
It got wet and decided it was gonna work.
At least it worked.
That makes me feel good, though. That's the first time this thing's actually got gone off in the water. One time it was because it was too hot. One time I threw my cast net and it grabbed the pull cord when I had the cast net. All right, well, I'm gonna stand off the front and dry off until Randall throws me in again. Hey, the red dot still works. This might be dead. No? Hey, even that still works. Oh! Alright, that's good. Oh, man. Hey, you sure you don't want to shoot the last few shots on the front of the boat, Randall? No, come on, man. I'll drive again. It's only cold when you first hit the water, that's all.
There's one right there.
Oh. Slow down. There he is. All right, that's empty. There's a snake right there swimming.
It's a bit cold for him.
See his head?
Yeah.
Oh, no head off that mother.
So what are we gonna do with all of those things? I didn't get that far.
We're gonna eat good, that's what we're gonna do. That's a mess of meat right there, cuz.
Look at all that rat. All that delicious food right there. So obviously we made it back to the house. The initial count is 36. 36 Nutria. I'm gonna count again as I pull them out to get a double check on that, and I'll let y'all know what that is if I remember. But I got a lot of tail chopping and skinning to do, because I'm gonna at least keep a handful of these for meat, and then of course the tails to turn in so that they know how many is being gotten. You know, they're gonna give me a few dollars for each one. So I gotta make sure I do that. I gotta put them in a Ziploc, freeze the tails, and then there's certain days and locations that's drop-off points for where you turn them in and all that good stuff. But we're gonna be doing a lot of Nutria hunting. Hopefully we're gonna be doing a lot of Nutria hunting and some actual trapping too, because I do want to go put out some traps this season and actually do some trapping out in the marsh. I was gonna do it today, but we had 3 people in the boat, and let me tell you, on the ride back, that Pro Drive's a workhorse, but when you're loaded down with 3 grown men and 30 something Nutria, I mean, that's a couple 100 pounds of Nutria, no doubt. No doubt that's a couple 100 pounds of Nutria, a few 100 pounds or whatnot, but that sucker was struggling to get up 13 mile an hour. But we made it back, and now I got some work ahead of me. I wish those chickens would not be so loud when I'm trying to talk to y'all. They probably started because they heard me talking. Anyway, I gotta get to work. But y'all stay tuned, because we're gonna cook one up. I don't know if it's gonna happen this evening, but I'll pick y'all back up when we do. And there's something else I wanted to say. Well, all tails have been removed, stored in the freezer, got the Nutria cleaned up. I actually did some of the boring stuff ahead of time, so y'all didn't have to watch it on camera, but I put it in the pressure cooker in some, what you call that stuff? Chicken stock. I put it in the pressure cooker for 35-ish minutes in the chicken stock till it started falling off the bone, and then I shredded it. Then I put 2 cups of that chicken stock on the side, because we're gonna need that later. Got the noodles boiled up, just like you would normally boil noodles, because today we're gonna be cooking some koi poo pescettis. Koi poo is what they call Nutria in the rest of the world. We're the only ones that call it Nutria here in the United States, not just Louisiana, but the entire world calls them koi poo, because that is what they're actually called in the, you know, where they're from, the indigenous people, that's what they call them. So that became the name most commonly used around the world for that thing and stuff. But that's the more you know. So I'm gonna take this pasta right here, we're gonna dump it in this bowl. This has the 2 cups of chicken stock in it already. Don't want to waste that. I'm gonna put this beautiful Nutria meat. I mean, look at this. Isn't that pretty? It's pretty. It's tasty too. That's good without seasoning on it. I mean, you know, you want to season it, but it's good without seasoning on it. I'm telling you, if the world only knew how good this Nutria was, if y'all would just give it a try, taste it, we wouldn't have a problem with Nutria no more. They wouldn't have to pay nobody. People would be paying for the meat. Of course, some people do pay for the meat. Anyway, got the Nutria and the pasta with the chicken stock in there. I'm gonna add me a cup of sharp cheddar. Make sure I don't cut myself on that. Then we got, ooh, I'm spilling it everywhere. We got onion and bell pepper, a little bit of celery, about a half a cup of that mixture. Drop that in there. Then we got 2 cans, not a toucan, but 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. We're gonna drop right on in there. Might have to get something to scoop that out with. Come see. We're gonna put the other can. And then we got a jar of pimentos, diced pimentos. We drained the juice out of it. Of course, there's still some juice, but that's in there. I'm glad I didn't break that jar on the pan when I was hitting it too hard. That would have sucked. And then you're gonna add some seasoning. The recipe calls for some kind of not seasonal, what they call that? Oh, here it goes. It's Laurie's seasoned salt, teaspoon of cayenne, salt, and pepper to taste. Well, ain't nobody got time for all of that because I got the seasonings I like. This got cayenne, salt, all kind of other seasonings. Y'all know I like this stuff. It's an all-purpose, but it's got that Cajun flavor. So I pretty much season most of my stuff the same way, as y'all can probably tell. And no, it don't all come out tasting the same because you got different ingredients. I ain't never used these peppers before. And then I got this other seasoning, Nola Spice. This is kind of like an Italian, kind of lean Italianish seasoning. So we're gonna add that too, since it is a spaghetti. And it's gonna taste good on there. So we're gonna add a lot of that. Might be too much of that, but you can never have too much of this. And then we're gonna stir it up with my spoon here. That's gonna be good. I hope it's gonna be good. That's the first time I tried this. Trying to get fancy on y'all. That looks good. It's gonna be good. Make sure I mix it up. We don't want no bland spots and no hot spots with all the seasoning in it. Woo! That tastes good just like that, but we're not done yet. Gotta put it in this here casserole dish. Ooh. Oh man, almost needed a bigger one. Oh no, that's good. We good. And then you're gonna take the rest of that sharp cheddar. That sharp cheddar cheese. Calls for 3 cups total. So we put a cup in there already. And now we're gonna spread this across the top. That's 1 cup. Now we need another cup out of this bag. We're gonna guesstimate. Can't have too much cheese in my opinion. All right, let's see what that looks like. Oh no, we need some more. What's an extra cup of cheese amongst friends? My mouth's watering already. Got the oven preheating to 350. Once that's preheated, we're gonna stick it in the oven for 45 minutes. You want that stuff to start bubbling. If the cheese starts cooking too fast, you can cover it up and let it cook. But I guess I'm gonna put that in the oven. I'll pick y'all up in 45 minutes. Don't worry, you ain't gotta wait 45 minutes. It'll be like, well, now. Now, if that don't make you want to take a big spoon and start shoveling into your pie hole, you don't know what's good for you. Look at that. Oh, look at how thick that cheese is on top. Woo! Give me a big old piece of that cheese in there. Some noodles. And a piece of that Nutria. Ooh, that's hot. That's probably gonna burn the tongue. But I can't wait. Nailed it. Man, I do believe I have outdone myself. Yep, that's gonna make the list. Y'all need to get yourselves a gun, a boat, or a little pirogue. Go find yourself some marsh and go get some of them swamp rats. Cook them up and save Louisiana. 1 meal at a time. But thank you guys so much for watching the video, especially for making it all the way this far in the video. Hit that thumbs up button if you did like it. Subscribe if you have not. And do me a solid, share this video to as many people as you can. Trying to grow the channel, I'd appreciate it a whole lot. But yeah, Nutrias are cool. They're bad for Louisiana, but I like them and I like to eat them. So we're gonna take care of that, and I'll catch you on the next one.